Flight number 571 of the Uruguayan Air Force can be considered as one of the most famous and controversial incidents in the history of world aviation. Flight number 571, whose story we will tell you today, crashed in the Andes Mountain on October 13, 1972 with 45 passengers. You might think to yourself that this, like other air accidents, only cause financial and life losses. But what makes this accident different from all accidents in the history of aviation is finding and survival of 16 passengers of this plane in history. December 23, 1972 means 2 months and 12 days later, or in a simple language, 72 days after their plane crash.
Sabemos dónde estamos.
Mírame los ojos. Mírame los ojos.
El avión no se ve.
Y aunque pasen por encima nuestro, no van a ver.
Pasa cuando el mundo te abandona. Cuando no tenés ropa, te estás congelando.
¡Vamos a llegar hasta arriba!
Cuando no tenés comida, te estás muriendo.
No comemos, no comemos.
¿Por qué?
Ahora se van a dejar morir. Después de todo lo que pasa.
The story goes that on October 13, 1972 AD, the rugby team from Uruguay, who were both amateurs and rookies, flew to their neighboring country, Chile, to participate in the rugby tournament. During the flight, the plane of this team hits the Andes Mountains due to the lack of visibility and, of course, the limitations of radar facilities that existed in the planes at that time. At the moment of the collision of this plane, the tail of the plane is separated and the body of the plane slides down after hitting the Andes Mountain and stops by hitting a stone slab. 12 passengers of this plane died at the moment of the collision.
Audio Jungle. 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 Audio Jungle.
In the early hours of this plane crash, 6 passengers of this flight died due to the severe injuries and the cold of the mountains. And as a result, 27 of these passengers survived, and some of them were in serious condition. If those who survived are asked what was the worst thing that happened to them, they will definitely choose the events after the fall because these events have had a bad impact on their souls. In fact, from this moment on, the disaster for the survivors of Flight 571 took place in a different way.
Audio Jungle. Audio Jungle.
After the crash of this plane, when the two countries of Chile and Argentina were sure of crash, they simultaneously started a reconnaissance operation on the Andes Mountains. And in the end, after 8 days of round-the-clock efforts, they did not find a trace of the plane, and as a result, they stopped the operation. Those who were the survivors of this incident tried to survive and survived for days and weeks in bad and miserable conditions.
Audio Jungle.
In fact, several of them lost their lives in these 72 days, but in the war of survival, the passengers of flight number 571, who did not bring any equipment to deal with cold and hunger, took a strange initiative to survive.
Audio Jungle.
These travelers had only a few chocolate packages and some canned food with them, and they had to meet the snow with difficulty to drink water. The situation was so hard and difficult for them that they even used the survival of clothing, leather, luggage, and airplane seat fabric for their food. These people spent their cold nights in the wreckage of the plane to avoid the cold, and one of the nights when this group was in the wreckage of the plane, the avalanche buried the entire wreckage of the plane, and the rescued people were buried under the avalanche for 2 days and nights.
Audio Jungle.
Until finally, when they were about to suffocate, they were able to get out of the plane by digging the snow.